What's going on, beautiful people, my brothers and sisters? I hope everybody is blessed, well, healthy, and that nothing but the best is going on in all you beautiful people's life. 8 days, man. Make sure you go out and vote. We have to vote. It has to be too big to rig. But after a historic rally a couple hours ago, as we all witnessed in Madison Square Garden, man, New York City, baby. It's a lot of amazing things that took place, man, that we got to hear and see. And everybody's going crazy over and also wanted me to check out this with Dr. Phil. Again, I seen it, I watched it live, and I even uploaded tons of highlights and for anybody that missed anything, and we even reacted to a lot of things during the rally. But I want y'all to see that this was after the rally. Dr. Phil had some words to say. Then we'll jump into his actual speech. But this is very important. Check this out.
Hey, I gave a speech in New York tonight at Madison Square Garden, and I talked about some things I think are really important. And some of you really seemed to dial in on it, and some of you did exactly what I was hoping would not be done, that you wouldn't do. I'm going to talk about it some more tomorrow, because I want to expand on this, because I think it's an important message at an important time. If you have questions or comments, send them to me, and I'm going to talk about them some more tomorrow.
So let's dial into the speech. Dr. Phil.
Well, you guys look just like you do when I'm on TV.
The energy is different, man. The energy is completely different, especially at a Trump rally. Just this whole Trump campaign, man. The energy is completely different, man. I don't know if you guys can feel that, man. You can feel it literally through the screen. It's just different, man. Salute and love to all them beautiful patriots around the world, man. I love you guys, man.
Except for you, you look a little different. Listen, I love you guys for caring enough about the United States of America to come out here tonight. Thank you so much for caring enough to come out here tonight. I have to tell you, I love this country. I do. I love this country. I stand up when our flag goes by. I put my hand over my heart when they play our national anthem. And I'm so proud to see so many people take time out of their day to come out here and stand up for this country. And strangely enough,
get your swig.
I'm not here just to stand up for Donald J. Trump. Lord knows he doesn't need me to stand up for him. He's tough as an old army boot. He's got lots of enemies, different groups that are scared, and between them, they have impeached him, indicted him, raided him, railroaded him, shot him, and sued him. Woo! And where is he? He is still standing.
Yes, indeed.
He just keeps on coming because he loves this country too. I can be honest and say, I can be honest because we have free speech in America. I can be honest and say I don't like or agree everything that Donald J. Trump does or says. I mean, come on. Nobody agrees with everything or likes everything somebody else says or does, right?
Facts.
No human is perfect. We don't strive for perfection, we strive for excellence. But you don't have to love everything about someone in order to love them. And the last thing he needs is some celebrity endorsement.
I'm so glad that people brought this up, man, because we see the the corruption, man. We see that she's got all these P Diddy party endorsements. P Diddy party participant endorsements, man. Highly weird. And it's sad, man. Celebrities aren't moving I believe celebrities are not moving the needle in this one, man. They're not. They are panicking. They are shaking out their boots right now. But all I can see is, what did you expect? The woman can't answer a question. It's word salads. Real life incompetent. And that's what everybody is saying. That's what even the ones that were going to go vote for are saying. They're pissed. But that's what happened when you cheat the system. When there's 0 votes. But Nancy Pelosi said she won a primary. 0 votes. Most unpopular. And then you send Barry out there. Big Mike out there. They're at home. So even she admitted it. They're at home sweating at night. Her and Barry. Why is this race so close? I just don't understand it. They're sweating. Because the woman was asked, what is she going to do? She said, basically, I don't know. What you would have did something different than Joe Biden? No, I wouldn't have done anything different than Joe Biden. Joe Biden 2.0. And then she sends these celebrities out there to rally for her, and they end up making campaign ads for Trump that goes viral. Pulling other people out of retirement. Old Bill, they got Clinton out there. Old Bill off the island. He out there campaigning for Republicans, for Trump. It wouldn't have happened if they were vetting at the border. He said it out his mouth. Everything we've seen this year, y'all. I don't mean to interrupt and go into a rant, but it's just, what did you expect with this lady, man? And I honestly don't see how anybody could vote for her. Unless you just hate Trump. If Trump, you just hate him, you Trump deranged, liberal, lifelong Democrat, Trump didn't hurt your feelings. This is nothing. There's no saving you. Even though there's been tons that have came back. They're actually on the Trump train. But what did you expect? You can feel the vibes, man. It's fake accents, code switching. It's not authentic. She's a cringe fest. And every single rally now is it's a protest rally. Free concerts, and then people are pissed when they don't get their concert. Beyonce didn't perform. But NBC, CNN, all these headlines said, "Oh, Beyonce's performing. Make sure everybody's there. She's performing." Where I live too, in Houston, people were pissed that she didn't perform. They came there for a performance. They don't care about policy. And some are even voting identity politics. They don't care about policy. I want to be a part of history because I think she's a black woman. And then you actually start doing your research. You start looking at things and seeing that a lot of things have been wiped, or I can't see this or that, and then you look at this, you go look at this. Wait, I don't know if she's black or not. Shout out to Candace Owens. Yeah. You start seeing what people have said, our own family members. Man. Frauds, man. And that's what these commies, bunch of frauds. Name changers. Changing titles. DEI. Didn't earn it. Not qualified.
What the hell do I know? I know I'm no celebrity to begin with. And celebrities don't know anything about policies or politics. So,
Facts. Celebrities don't care about you. Them celebrities don't care. They don't care that you're struggling. They don't care that you can't put gas in your tank. They don't care. Them celebrities living and breathing off us. Let's be real here, man. That a celebrity. People call me a celebrity because I have a YouTube channel. I'm not a celebrity. I'm sorry to hurt your feelings. I'm for the people. And we're going to keep calling out the corruption.
only difference between me and them is I'm willing to admit it. So, why am I here? Well, I'll tell you why I'm here. I'm here to talk to and stand up for the people who have declared their support for Donald J. Trump, or they got found out, or they want to do it, but they're too intimidated. Because you know what happens when somebody in this country says, hey, I'm going to vote Republican, I'm going to vote Donald J. Trump? They get canceled, intimidated, marginalized, excluded, or even fired or boycotted. And you know what that means? In short, that adds up to being bullied. And now we're talking about something I know a hell of a lot about. Now you're in my wheelhouse, buddy. I may not be an expert in politics, but I am an expert about bullying. And bullying is when you seek to harm somebody, you seek to intimidate, coerce, cause distress, fear, risk to their well-being. And it can be physical, verbal, relational, or cyberbullying. And it's always wrong. You said it, my friend. It is always wrong when you bully somebody. And that's what's going on. Now, let me tell you what the critics are going to say when they hear me talking about this. They're going to say, well, now, wait a minute. Come on. Isn't Trump a bully? And let me tell you why the answer to that question is no. Because to be a bully, there has to be an imbalance of power. And when there's not, it's just called a debate. And he's just better at it than anybody else.
Oh, said that perfectly.
It's called debating. It's called arguing. It's just, it may even name calling, but it's not bullying unless there's an imbalance of power. And whoever he talks to, they've got a microphone, they got on their big boy pants, they got a stage, they got everything else. He's just better at it. And the same thing is true. When the Democrats or Harris call him fascist, Hitler, racist, misogynist, or a crook, is that bullying? Well, not really. It's ugly. But with the First Amendment, which we all want to keep, there's no imbalance of power, so it's not bullying. It's just like when he does. It may not be the best use of energy, but when you attack civilians, when you attack a citizen, and you use the power of the internet, you use mob mentality, you incite people to gang up and cause boycotts, then it's beyond ugly. And that's what's happening in this country right now, and that's not okay. There is an imbalance of power there, and it's time that every one of us close ranks. We have to stop this now. It's time that we push back against cancel culture. It's time that we push back against intimidation tactics. And that is exactly the reason that I launched Merit Street Media, which, by the way, we didn't choose the name for that by random. Merit Street Media. This country was built on hard work, added value, and talent, not on equal outcome, not on DEI. This country was built on hard work, and it needs to continue to be built on hard work. And the legacy media has sold out. The legacy media has sold out. And I'll tell you, one night I was sitting at dinner with my wife, Robin, and I was complaining as we were flipping around and listening to the spin on what's supposedly news. And I said, damn, I'm tired of listening to all this media spin and everything.
Yes.
And without even looking up, she said, well, you are the media. Why don't you do something about it? She said, you got bigger ratings than the four of them combined. Why don't you do something about it? Well, as usual, she was right. And that's why I launched the new network, because we want people to think for themselves. You guys aren't dumb. You don't need to be told what to think. You just need the facts. And you're here because you have the facts, right? You're here because you recognize when legacy media edits answers and gives you what they want you to hear instead of the truth. And when they start editing their candidates' answers, they've lost their moral compass. They've lost their way. And I would love to say it's equal on both sides, but I'll guarantee you, when Beyonce, George Clooney, De Niro, and Lizzo come out and say they're for Kamala Harris, when they all come out and say they're for Kamala Harris, did you read anything or hear anything in the media criticizing it? No. But you watch what happens tomorrow morning when people find out I came here to talk to you.
Wow.
You say this in Hollywood and all of a sudden you ain't got a job. The problem is I don't need one.
Hey, don't give me tea though, Dr. Phil. I'm about to get up and throw my monitor, Dr. Phil. Don't get my blood pressure up, Dr. Phil. Patriots, hey, he gonna get our blood pressure up. I'm gonna get up. But it's the truth, man. And that's one thing that I tell you, people, man, they hate to hear it, man. Oh, man, they don't want to hear it. They don't care for it. They run away from it. It hurts their feelings. It hurts their soul. The truth. And I tell you, there's a lot of people in Hollywood. It's a tons of celebrities, ball players, NFL, NBA, tons of people that support Trump. But they just don't want to. People with Netflix shows, series, all kind of stuff. But they don't want to just come out and say, "Oh," and just be full blown MAGA, 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 MAGA. Even though they're full blown MAGA, they feel like they're going to get canceled. Their TV shows, their movies. I mean, you name it. Y'all know it. But man, he's right, man. We've been doing so many videos, man, on the corrupt media. All the lies, the propaganda, the fake news, the enemy of the people. The enemy of the people. Wow, I see why everybody wanted me to react to this Dr. Phil speech, man. I see why you guys wanted me to dial into this. My God.
I don't need a job because I got you. And I've got a question for all of us. Have we lost our minds? We have the First Amendment in America where our government has said we will pass no laws to infringe on our freedoms for religion and speech. So that's the law, but we're muzzling each other. What is going on? We have a law that protects free speech, so we start taking it away from each other? Are you kidding me? We can't allow that to happen. We cannot encourage it. And let me tell you something about bullying. Bullies are bad, right? Let me tell you what else is bad. Bystanders. If you are a bystander, if you are watching somebody get picked on, if you're watching somebody get bullied,
and you don't do anything about it, you're just as guilty as the bully that's doing the bullying. Am I right? I have talked to so many children in schools that tell me the worst feeling they've ever had is being bullied and feeling alone and abandoned when they are picked on and intimidated, when they wished even one person, even one other kid would step up and say, hey, come sit with me at lunch. Don't sit in a stall in the bathroom and cry your way through lunch and eat alone. We're not going to let you be alone. And it's the same thing with adults. Adults don't want to be cut out of the herd and feel like they're alone. The number one need in all people is acceptance. The number one fear is rejections, and bullies, they prey on that. We must claim the right to our point of view. We must be critical thinkers, and when you see somebody being picked on, then you've got to be willing to step up and say, hey, I'm with you. Don't let that happen. And you've got to know why you're strong on the issues you're strong on. You've got to know why you're strong on affordability and safety and security and the border and family care for men and women and law and order and your core values for your children's education and our military. Know why you're where you are. And when you come to your friends and coworkers being bullied, don't be a bystander. Don't be a bystander. You can't let it happen. When you say you love America, that's a verb. That also means you love Americans. You've got to push back and call out the bullies. You've got to stand with those that have targets in their lives. Targets if they're picking on them by calling their jobs to get them fired. Boycotts or kicking them out of their jobs at church or their groups at church. I've spent 45 years listening to people. And I was just in North Carolina and after the hurricane hit down there. And you know what? I saw neighbors helping neighbors, and not one of them asked, are you a Democrat or a Republican? I saw neighbors helping neighbors, and we need to unify this country. You have the right to vote for who you want to vote for president, and we need to step up and claim it, and we need to stand with each other. There are so many who want to, but they're bullied, so they're afraid to. And let me tell you something. One of the most important days in American history was 9/12/2001. Not 9/11. We all know what happened on 9/11. One of the most important days was 9/12, because on 9/12 we all woke up and we were all Americans on 9/12. If you were an American on 9/12, stand up right now. If you were an American on 9/12, stand up right now. That's who we were. That's who we are. And the difference between winners and losers is winners do things losers don't want to do. And we have to stand proud to help our neighbors who want to vote their conscience and not be afraid. No one should be alone. No one should feel abandoned. No one should have their business boycotted. If you hear somebody's getting their business boycotted, you should get your friends and make sure their business gets doubled.
Woo. I want to make just a point real quick. I want to go back. You know, when he talked about 9/11 and on 9/12, I want y'all to do y'all research. A lot of y'all probably already know. But go look up what Trump is doing on 9/12. On the scene. Go look it up. You'll probably see the video and the news interview of old young Trump, of young Donald J. Trump. Go see what he was doing. I encourage you to.
If somebody pulls their advertising from your friend's business, you should let those advertisers know you're going to spend the rest of your life making sure that advertiser is boycotted until they do the right thing. You need to let people know this is over in America. We're going to unify this country. We're going to listen and not be intimidated. We're going to go out and lead by example. Let's quit complaining about what is and start doing something about it. If your neighbor wants to vote the other way, say fine, go vote the other way. I'll love you anyway. Let's lead by example. If they want to do it, let them do it. Love them anyway. But as for you, the collective you, I don't want you to just listen and say, nice talk, Dr. Phil. I want you to march in your life. I want you to march with your beliefs. I want you to not be intimidated. Don't be stopped, and don't just vote. Take 5 people with you.
Yes.
Like I said, the difference between winners and losers is winners do things losers don't want to do. And what they do is they take actions toward known outcomes. They deal with the truth. They set goals, and they go after them with passion. And it's time for us to bring it home. It's time for us to bring it home. It's time for us to be winners. Winners, winners, winners. I started by telling you I love this country. I'll finish by telling you I love this country, and I love you for loving this country. God bless you, and God bless the United States of America. Woo!
Wow. Yeah. Again, man, we enjoyed that Trump rally. That was a historic. We you know, I think this is our year, man. I believe it's gonna be too big to rig, y'all. I really do. What do y'all think? Comment down below. Comment if you voted already, or comment when if you plan on voting. But I encourage you to go out and vote. It has to be too big to rig, man. You know, we've seen a lot of comments saying I've already voted. People said, if you gotta crawl through broken glass, go out and vote, man. But we see the 2 different leaderships, man. We see the 2 different leaderships. Again, we need common sense back. I know we talk about the, assassination attempts, this and that. He took a bullet for you and I. He did. But we need common sense back, man. We are in big trouble, y'all. We really are. It has nothing to do with a woman, identity politics, history. Are you qualified? Do you have a plan? And from the last that CNN hall, in which I believe that ended her campaign. We just couldn't answer the question, and then we blamed Trump for everything. What would you have done different than Joe Biden? Nothing. We asked you a question on, do you have a plan for the economy, the border? It's the same thing. And then on the CNN hall, she goes, well, I might not have the answer to your question right then and there, but don't worry. Maybe I'll have it. Maybe I'll go back and do my research on it. I'm a nerd. She basically admits she doesn't know what she's doing. or how she's going to do it. Doesn't even know her own policy. That's what we're up against. Puppets. You know, again, I'm not going to turn this thing into, you know, how they've been saying a man versus a woman type of election or this and that, or, you know, but we're just living in some soft or woke, disgraceful times, sadly, some sensitive times. And tons of people got their feelings hurt. And those are the ones you're seeing that are for that, you know. The liberals, the race hustlers, the race baiters. I'm pro-black, I'm this and that, I'm that, you know. Oh, he said this on Twitter. Oh, he did this and that. Oh, he did this and that. It has to be facts over emotions, man. But there are some amazing points that I got out of that speech from Dr. Phil, man. Those are some amazing points, man. And I'm glad that he said everything that he said, man. I really hope y'all took that, man. And that took it to the soul. That you felt that in the soul. Bless Dr. Phil and his family. Bless you guys and your family. I'm wishing the best in everybody's life. Again, I don't care if you're a liberal or conservative, Democrat, Republican, blue, red. I don't care, man. We're wishing the best in all you guys' life, man. But from taking in both of these campaigns this year with thousands of videos on this channel, I haven't gotten anything from from the other side. And y'all know I myself was an anti-Trumper, a never-Trumper. Just like people that watch my videos and now they're on the Trump train. Just like tons of other people around the world that were anti-Trump, never Trumpers, and now we're on the Trump train. But I started thinking for myself. I say about 3 years ago. 3 years ago, I started thinking for myself. I stopped listening to other people. I stopped listening to the mainstream media. I stopped listening to family and friends. I started thinking for myself and understanding what's really going on, how corrupt it is, why they want me to think this and that, But then when you go back and watch this, you go back and watch the full thing. Instead of the things that they took the small clips and spin, they take words and they spin it. And realize, well, he was talking on this. He really said this and that. But why did they make me think that? It's corrupt, man. It's corrupt. It is corrupt, man. But that was amazing. Make sure y'all hit that like button if you haven't already. Share this video. Everybody needs to make sure they see and hear this, man. I'm telling you. As we are 8 days out, and it has to be too big to rig, man. Again, make sure you go out and vote. I love you guys. Bless you all and your families. And I will catch you beautiful people in the next one, man. Peace and love, y'all.